Alright, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. This is another update on the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And I want to bring out this article from dailymail.com, and it's entitled "Is the U.S. Navy planning to implant people with microchips? Officials consult presidential candidate on merging humans and machines." By Richard Gray for Mail Online. It's published on June 16th, 2016. Transhumanist Zoltan Ivan met with senior officials from the U.S. Navy. They asked his advice to help them draw up policies on microchip implants. Mr. Ivan believes all children should get implants so they can be tracked. So you see exactly where this devil is going with this. Most of us carry a tracking device around with us every day in the form of mobile phones, but some people are going further and having microchips embedded in their bodies. Now, the U.S. Navy has grown so concerned over the practice that it's drawing up an official policy to help it deal with personnel who have chips implanted. Officials consulted with American presidential candidate and transhumanist Zoltan Ivan to discuss the implications of fitting humans with microchips to enhance their powers. And that's devil right here, man. Zoltan Ivan Isvan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is the devil right here. He met with the U.S. Navy to discuss the of humans and machines, which is helping the Navy with the RFID implants. The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency is already working on microchips that can be implanted into soldiers' brains to make them more resilient to warfare. A pair of wealthy Americans are apparently looking for brain implants on the black market that would allow them to communicate with each other using the power of thought, according to Zoltan Isvan. Now, you see that? That's the arm and the hands on their foreheads. That's the foreheads. That's the whole point of this thing. They getting deeper into it. He believes that technology like this could lead to everyone becoming interconnected into a kind of hive mind. That's one of Esau's goals too, the ultimate invasion of privacy. They already into your life because you put everything into Facebook, but they want the ultimate invasion of privacy. They want ultimate control over their slaves. The technology works by using the basics of electroencephalogram or EEG, which can read electrical signals produced by the brain. So they actually want to literally read your mind. It can read electronic signals produced by the brain. They literally want to read your mind. But it will also have technology that can stimulate your brain back, likely through tiny electrical signals it can administer that allows one to feel what the device's input is, said Mr. Isvan. So not only will they be able to read your mind, they'll be able to manipulate your mind. If a machine creates this input, then true communication with a machine, or AI in this case, has been created. Transhumanists believe we can do this through technologies such as mind uploading, cyborg body augmentation, and genetic manipulation. Playing God. That's what Esau does. He exalts himself as the Most High. Another transhumanist vision is to upload parts of their personality to a machine so that future generations can reconstruct a realistic avatar that creates his being, and they want to live forever. But according to Mr. Eastvan, the military is also concerned about unauthorized technology that their personnel may implant themselves. He told Mail Online the Navy is struggling to create policy around soldier or sailors that enter the military service with non-authorized chips embedded in them. So the Navy has been dealing with, when they try to chip their soldiers, you got soldiers coming in who already got the chip. That's how common and widespread this shit has become. The Navy want to chip people, but they got soldiers coming in that already have the chip that they didn't authorize. This makes perfect sense since the tech has grown so small that the chip implants can now do a wide range of things: tracking, making payments, that's buy or sell, monitoring blood flow and bodily health, and be totally hidden in human beings. So they just mapped out the functions of this chip: tracking, making payments, monitoring blood flow, and bodily health. You can imagine how challenging that would be if someone had a non-authorized chip implant on a nuclear base. So policy has to be created, and created soon. The meeting was held between Mr. Eastvan and senior members of the Chief of Naval Operations Strategic Studies Group, which investigates new concepts of warfare. A letter from Vice Admiral James Wisecup, who is director of the group, told Mr. Eastvan, "Your comments broaden our understanding of transhumanism and the merger of humans and machines. Your personal perspectives were interesting and timely as we began our research process. You have a direct impact on our viewpoints for future concepts. Mr. Eastvan believes that technology could be used to give humans immortality by augmenting our bodies with technology." Yeah, man, so they want to live forever, man. And they want to totally control you. The 42-year-old is standing at the next presidential election as a third-party candidate for the Transhumanist Party, which he founded. He also believes that mankind could soon all be connected together in an AI matrix that plugs our brains directly into the internet and social media. Yeah, that's one of the main goals of these devils too, man. Mr. Eastvan claims a growing number of people are having microchip implants placed under their skin. Most are RFID chips similar to those found inside contactless bank cards. But Mr. Eastvan believes children should be given GPS implants to keep them safe. A key part of his election campaign for president is that all children in the U.S. should be given GPS implants. He said the disappearance of the 2-year-old Lane Graves, who was snatched by an alligator in a lagoon at Disney World, Florida, highlighted the need for such measures. Now, this is the line I want you to pay attention to. Mr. Eastvan said, had that 2-year-old been GPS chipped or tattooed, they could have followed the body immediately on their smartphones, and security might have had the child back in 2 to 3 minutes, enough to maybe have it survive. Now you see that it says security might have had the child back in 2 to 3 minutes, enough to maybe have it survive. So they don't even look at as a little girl or look at you as humans. They look at you as possessions, as things. And they tell it to you right there. had her back in enough time to maybe have it survive, not her survive. As a father of a 2 and 5-year-old, I'm a big believer in the future that all children will get chipped, perhaps like all children get vaccines in the US. A chip implant procedure takes about 60 seconds via a small needle injection, and the implant is only the size of a grain of rice. Humans simply need to get over their fear of having technology in our bodies. Our safety depends on it. And that's this devil's pushing all this bullshit, man. And they talk about your safety depends on it, which is all bullshit. They just want to tag you as their property. They want to track you. They want to try to make a ultimate invasion of privacy and be able to tap into your mind. They want to mark you as their cattle, and it's all prophesied, and it is coming to pass. The signs are all around, and this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his image. Or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So we all know that this is the mark of the beast, man. Don't take the chip. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.